It's 6:30 a.m. While the world is still dreaming, we're sweating. Welcome to the part of the day where the coffee hasn't kicked in, but the cardio definitely has. Let's wake up like champions, one burpee at a time.
So guys, back again. You guys have been asking me a lot of questions in regards to mental health, money and steroids, PEDs, in regards to the federation. So rather than just answer everyone back individually, I thought I'd just do a little Q&A on here for you, and then the questions and answers straight from my mouth. So you know it's what I think and what I say. I know some of you, when I'm training, I talk in my native language of Scouse. So I will try and keep it more broken down English for you non-Scouse people and you non-English. Hopefully this will help. So I put the questions in a list and put them anyway. So we'll talk in regards to steroids and PEDs, form enhancing drugs within the industry itself. Well, this goes for men's open. Obviously, other categories do steroids, but I'm talking from my perspective. So, what's the real deal with steroids in the pro bodybuilding ranks? Well, the real deal, I'd say more than likely, amateurs take a hell of a lot more drugs than the men's open. To be in a men's open is not just about taking drugs. You do need a bit of genetics and a good bit of genetics, and you can see that in the guys who have that drugged up look, and the guys who are winning a lot of the shows. You know, it is happening, it is rife. PEDs we use, you know, you use obviously muscle enhancements as well. Years ago they called it acetylene. Now it's other things, you know. So it is happening, and it does happen, and I think you guys know that. I'd say a lot of the pros use more, you know, pharmaceutical GHs and get a lot more perks from that than using a lot of the underground GH, what you will buy from your online sites or the local guy. But I think that's as well a massive perk for those guys and for people. And if you can afford it, then why not? Moving on. The natural athletes stand a chance pro level. The natural athletes stand a chance against the big boys. It's like asking the Sunday League football team, NFL team, stand a chance against the Raiders or against Liverpool. I haven't got a chance. A lot of the natural guys, when they diet, they lose a lot of the muscle. Every 3 pounds of fat, you're losing a pound of muscle. It's just the way it is. So when these guys are dieting, they have nothing to keep hold of the muscle. So where we use PEDs, which helps us keep our muscle, which helps us save what we've trained for. And a lot of these guys do look absolutely stringy, sucked off, dead, small. Condition is great, don't get me wrong. Condition is great, but they haven't got a chance. I doubt they'd even win, you know, a third senior pro show, a lot of them, you know. But again, a lot of these so-called Nazis do use PEDs. Don't use a lot, but they do use them, you know. How many guys have competed with Garno? How many guys have competed and you just think, you know, don't need to mention no names. You guys know who these famous Instagrammers are or YouTubers, and this is what they do. You always get caught eventually because you look different from the rest, right? So that's that. I think that covers that question. To be totally honest, guys. Is the IFB turning a blind eye to drug use? No. Does the Pro Elite turn a blind eye? No, because it's a drug sport. We are not a drug-free sport. We are a bodybuilding federation. So it's not a natural. The big difference is natural bodybuilding. We are a bodybuilding federation, and that's what we are. So don't turn blind eyes to it, because we do know what happens. Everyone knows what happens. You guys know what happened, because you guys come, watch the freaks, subscribe to our channels, watch us, encourage us, support us. So you guys and everyone else know what's happening. But to be honest, it's not down to the IFBB anyway. It's down to yourself. So I think moving on, we'll talk in regards to money within bodybuilding. I know so many people, even myself, once I thought there's so much money in it. There's so much. When we started, there wasn't. The money's getting better now. Is it great as a profit? Is it hell? Look, the likes of many pro athletes earning 7 figures. A lot of the guys in the bodybuilding industry don't even earn 6. So a lot of the ladies do OnlyFans. I've heard a lot of the lads have to do online coaching, personal training. But I think if you were smart with your money, you could invest it, get properties, businesses, make money from your money, then yeah, it's livable. I think, from what I know, a lot of guys in the sport live paycheck to paycheck. A lot of the guys in the sport use the money that they get on steroids. So it's tough, really. And can you make a living? You can. If you're social media savvy, sponsors will pay you for that, because they like your online presence, and that's good for them. It's good for the brand. It sells things. It makes them money. It makes them money. Makes you money. Makes everyone happy, right? But also, if you win shows, again, sponsors like that, because it's bringing light to the sponsor, light to yourself. And again, people want to always follow a winner. They want to be part of something that you're part of, a winner is a part of. So, there is money to be made. A lot of people say there isn't, but there is. It's not easy, don't get me wrong, but it is actually possible to make a very, very good living in regards to bodybuilding. And depends on the rank of the pro, where they are in regards to the contracts that you sign. I'm not in a situation to talk about contracts, not my business what people sign. Focus on yourself. So I can't answer that question, what do bodybuilders make, because you can make a lot and you can make barely nothing. So it comes to one of them. It depends who you are as an individual. Moving on, for the future of the sport, will classic physique overtake open bodybuilding? Sadly, no. Classic bodybuilding is a stepping stone to the freaks. People moan, men's physique moan as well, why the big boys get the money, okay? And I will tell you, from what I know, my experience, why the big boys get the money, why we deserve the money. So all these kids online, and so and so should get more money than Samson. He's better at this and that and this and that. But let me break it down to you like this. The big guys bring the money in, but the big guys are the freaks. You guys want to see the freaks. A lot of the guys go from men's physique, then they go to classic because they're not big enough to be a pro, men's open. Then they try and work up to 212. Then they try and go to men's open. So every class, most of the time, is a stepping stone to men's open. Now, why do we get the big money? If you guys think classic, men's physique should get more money than us, let me know in the box. Let me know why, and I'll tell you why we get more money. If you were to put the Mr. Olympia men's open on a Saturday night, classic physique on a Friday night, and men's physique on a Thursday night, and you should sell tickets separately to every single one, where would you go? The men's open. Why? Because people who follow bodybuilding, they're the ones who will pay to watch the men's open. Sadly, a lot of you young guys online who follow Seaboom and all these classic guys, you guys aren't going to shows, buying the merch, supporting the federation. So, you know, you guys aren't going to shows and watching and supporting. So that's why these guys don't get the money. When you ask anyone at the show, because at the end of the day, promoters make money from the show on the day, and the money that they make on the day is the money that the winners get. Okay? So if you ask any guy, any girl at a show, why, what are you there to watch? They'll say, oh, we like to watch the classics and music, but we're here for the big lads. We're here to see Samson. We're here to see Hadi Chupan and the big guys. Obviously, and myself. You know, but that's what they're there to see. Because like I said before, everyone wants to see a freak. And that's what the big guys are. So that's just the way it is, guys. And sorry to put it bluntly, but that a lot of these guys can have 10 million followers online and 5 million followers, but you aren't going to shows to watch them. You aren't buying the pay-per-view. You're watching them on Instagram. Instagram doesn't pay the promoter's wage. Instagram doesn't pay, you know, them buying their merch, buying their t-shirts. So the big lads, the people hardcore bodybuilding fans, they go to all the shows and they buy the merch and they pay for the things. So that's why the big lads get the money. If you don't believe me, ask Olympia to put it to the test one day. Have to add them on separate times, separate days or whatever, and you'll see you'll have the same amount for men's open as you're gonna any other show. Because if you go to the Olympia and you're going to watch men's physique or any of the ladies' classes, it's empty, absolutely empty. And that's why the big lads get dragged out to the very end, so you can keep everyone there, make a bit of extra money from the drink. So that's just the way it is. Moving on. What else do we have here? Private life and health risks. How does steroids affect your sex life? Doesn't. Or, you know, lads are like rampant rabbits, or you're not. You know, it's just one of them things. I know a couple of people who know about that thing called Deca Dick. Never affected me, so I can't speak on that. But I know it's affected some people, but it hasn't affected myself. So you know, I think it comes down to people's individual, you know, genes and what they've got inside them, and if they've already got low test levels and stuff. But if you're on testosterone, then obviously you should be good as gold. Good as gold. Is the sacrifice worth it in the long term? Health versus short term. For me, yeah. You know, as a man, as an adult, you've got to know what you're doing in life, and you've got to weigh it up to where it comes down to this: am I willing to jeopardize 10 years, a couple of years of my life expectancy, to give my kids a good life, and then obviously rather than me working a 9 to 5, working for someone else? Is it worth it in my eyes? Yes. I don't want to work for no one. I want to work for myself. Bodybuilding has helped me build several gyms. Got 7 more gyms to come. Helped me build properties, other businesses. So for me to leave my kids, you know, in the trust fund, not in myself, because obviously Kia, Starmer, the bell end will take it all. Yeah, it's been worth it for me. And I think you have to think about it deeply. There's something you're willing to sacrifice, something you're willing to do. If it is, then do it. Don't let no one else tell you not to. Because everything in life has an effect. And the way I see life is that we're put on this planet for one reason, and that was God's plan. If, you know, I believe before we're born, we're given a number and a date, and that's our day to say goodbye. that's the thing that we all have in common, is that we all come into the world and we all go out in the same way. So I think, that's what I believe, and I believe from this earth for that reason. When my day comes, my day comes. It's been put before me before I was even in the situation today. So get on with it, and if it's something you're passionate about, go and do it. But remember, look into it, and go from there, because you can always turn back not turn back time, I'd say. More or less, you can always fix certain things with the medicines that we have now. Things can be fixed. So, give it a go if it's for you. If not, then, you know, be nutty, as to say. So yeah, I've got a few more questions, guys. I do apologise for going on a little longer, but I think if we just answer the questions, get them out the way, then it's a lot easier. Supplements exposed, what's real and what's total crap. Um, there's so many things now that are fake and that are real. So many companies that are fake and that are real, because people want to earn the quick buck. And some people now use steroids, male and female. But people who use steroids, they're not these crazy drug addicts. They're just an average person in the gym who wants to get, let's say, maybe a sex drive back, maybe gain a little bit of muscle, maybe compete sometime, maybe do for fitness reasons. There's so many people. That's why the drug is so widely used, because it's everyone from every walk of life wants to use it. You don't just you get the exceptions like freaks who use it, but right now in the UK, I'd probably say it's the biggest drug in the UK. If the government could market it, they would, and they'd make a hell of a lot of money out of it. That's why so many guys who make the stuff do it cheaply, which is BS. Really, you guys should look into what you're using, get it tested. Know somebody who's used it before, and just do your research. But for me, compound wise, I always stick to the basics. A lot of the young guys want to use all these mass 400s, these test 400s, these crazy stuff, but I just think the basics of what the guys like Arnie and stuff are used, and the stuff you can get in pharmacies, the stuff is too cheap to fake, and pointless of faking, enantates, propionates, just the basic stuff. As you guys know, me, I love using the trend, so I'm always on that, always looking for the best company who's got that. But yeah, man, there is fakes out there. Like you guys go and spend thousands on your fake bags from Hermes, LV, when they're all made in China. It's just the way it is, man. I think mental health. I think we'll touch on that one, and then we'll leave it there, guys, for this morning. I've still got my cardio, I'm mashing it out, and it's kind of taking my breath now. So mental health. Let me read 1 second. Mental health and bodybuilding, the dark side of the grind. Right. I want to, in regards to me and mental health, right? I think this is my belief. Mental health does exist, but I believe as a man, men just suck it up. See, I know that mental health within men is right right now, and we are the biggest suicide death compared to women, because we do hold a lot in. But that's just how I've been raised as an individual. If you're a man, just get on with it, suck it up, get on with it, move on, But people say a lot of these drugs mess with your mental health, right? I've never personally been affected by it, probably because the drugs do say they make you angry and whatnot, and obviously, guys know me, but they got an angry side anyway, so I don't think that would affect me in any way, shape, or form. But people do say that. For me, it's never affected me because I come to the gym, take my anger out in the gym, lift the weights, get on with it. And I'm a person who likes to sit in their own thoughts. I like to be by myself a lot of the time. I have no issue of spending days and months by myself if it needed to be. Um, so that's why I've always been on. When I've been in custody many times, people struggle. For me, like I said, it's being fine, like being in my own space. But I would say if you have got mental health issues, then I wouldn't jump on any testosterone or anything first until your issues are resolved, until you've got it on the straight and narrow. It's just not worth it. There's the dark side to it. I think the dark side can be, I would say, addiction. And it's not addiction to the steroid. It's addiction to how you look. Because people say, oh, you're addicted to steroids and this and that. But no, it's body dysmorphia. What's the addiction? Because you look in the mirror and you're like, yeah, I look fucking good. I look great. If I'm looking that good, you then will want to keep looking that good. So you then will still keep using your PEDs, keep using your fat burners, your stimulants because you want to look that good. And also, that comes down to the media portraying celebrities and all these superstars from being shredded and being in good shape, and that then can affect your mental health because you want to be like that. You want to be like that. Can then turn to PEDs. PEDs can then turn again to not an addiction, but to body dysmorphia where you want to look good. Also, where you think you look garbage and you want to improve, so you take more of this compound and more of this compound to get better. So it can have a spiraling effect. But I think people who do have addictions are those who have addictive personalities. So if you've got one of them, then again, be very careful because once you see, improvements on the PED side, then you want to just keep going and going and going. But I think that's everything covered because there's not much more to talk about. My personal experience in regards to mental health. I think we all have our own struggles, however you deal with them. If you do, maybe talk to somebody, maybe see some help. For me, I like to reflect, look back and see what we can do because at the end of the day, no matter how hard life is, at your worst point, right? Things can only get better. So even though you're at your lowest point, just think, it's this bad now. Things only get better, right? If it's this bad. So, think about that. Move on. Don't let it pull you down because tomorrow's a new day and who knows what's in store for you and who knows what's in store in life because we've all been there before that nothing. We've had nothing. We're going to achieve nothing. And, all of a sudden, something happens. God makes something happen. We become successful, or we have kids or something. But there's always something in life that's planned there for us, just how you perceive it, how you take it, and you go forward. But yeah, guys, I hope that has answered a few questions for you. Like I said, save me putting them all in Instagram messages for you. Because I do reply to everyone. So put it on here. You hear it from the horse's mouth. So you can look back and say that. Some of the questions that you've asked me are slightly stupid. So sorry, I haven't answered them. Don't think there's a point in them. I think these topics what we chose was really good. It was interesting. And it's a topic for everyone. If you're going over questions, personal stuff, then feel free to send me a DM, me a message. If I can answer for you, I will. But I hope that covers it all. Until next time, guys, like, subscribe, tell a friend. See you guys soon.